Hey everybody, I'm back. It's Buzzbolt, and yeah, I know I haven't been on YouTube in forever. I haven't really said much of anything or showed anything, but today I'm gonna make up for it. I'm going to show you a video of me in 2019, and I meant to upload it before 2020 hit, but I didn't because the Wi-Fi just cut out on me. I was like, damn it, I can't do it now because Kappa's gonna kick in, and now I can't be a YouTuber because they're gonna charge me $500 or more because freaking this is not my original characters I'm reacting to. So, yeah. I'm glad we finally putting the hammer down on that, but it took another black man to die for it, and it's stupid. It's dumb. Another police brutality kind of thing, and it's unnecessary. And it sucks that we have to nail on human, like, black people have to be more. It has to be shown again that black people deserve more respect, and we deserve more being treated as human and not as much as a minority. And it makes me realize that when someone else dies, and it sucks. It's stupid, but I'm not gonna rant on that. I was just gonna say, be careful out there, guys, and of the virus. And if the police officer approach stops you or whatever, especially if you're black, now I don't get in trouble for saying that on YouTube. Just remain respectful. Don't have anything in your hands. Make sure your hands are visible in front of the police officer, so they'll end up thinking you have anything that you can use against them and whatever. So just continue to be careful out there, guys. Continue to be careful, please. I'll let the past me go ahead and explain why that we didn't post anything. Now let's just say, I'll give you a hint. You know what? Yeah, you'll just find out. See you guys later. Oh, wait, before you go, also, I hope you guys like my new avatar that I put up. So that's basically me in cartoon form. I hope you like it, just to show that, hey, I have been designing stuff. And also, cool news to share, I have my associate's degree. But anyway, go ahead and enjoy the video. Hope you guys enjoyed my reaction, and hopefully there'll be more to show to you guys soon. So, till next time, see you later. Oh, and stay blessed. Hello everyone, this is Blessed Bolt, and I hope you're feeling blessed, because I'm back with another reaction. Today we're going to be reacting to Aang from The Last Airbender. Avatar The Last Airbender. Versus Edward Erwick? Erwick from The Full Metal Alchemist. And I know I'm treating this death battle, like this reaction, like I haven't left. And I should treat it that way because it's been forever since I've been on the YouTube screen. And I guess to explain for that, yeah. I got sideburns now too. Ooh, delicious. Yeah, like a lot of things happen. Like when the last semester happened, and school was ending in May, I decided to take a trip to New Jersey. Had a lot of experience with my best friend and his family, and it was just a lot of fun. And I enjoyed myself going to Washington D.C., Pennsylvania. Dang it, like the home of Rocky in the movie. I can't really think of the place right now. It'll come back to me. It'll come back to me later. But I've just been to a lot of places, and then came back. And when I came back to school, I had to deal with the one type of class that I decided to put on the back burner towards the end. And that was a science course. And that science course, I had to deal with human anatomy. It was such a pain. It was awful. I'm not trying to become a doctor. I'm a graphic designer kind of guy. And I had to deal with that kind of class because I knew science was going to be tough. I knew it was going to be tough because I was one, in college, two, it's a science class, and I don't really do science classes. It's just not for me. It's not my thing. So me dealing with that and all the stuff I had to study into it, putting my brain to function of how human anatomy goes and how the body works and everything inside of us, I had to figure it out, and I did it. And I passed the class with a B, so I don't have to ever go back. But case in point, I am back. Just for this video. And another video that I will try to get to you guys before the new year is over. And that basically sums it up of what's been going on. And I gained a lot of experience while I was off the screen, guys. A lot of experience, like learning about like romantic kind of love, learning about, not that I've been in a relationship, I'm still single. I'm still single. I know, like, saying, how do you learn about relationship love if you didn't be in a relationship? Like, look here, it's simple. To keep it short and simple, I basically got to figure out, like from learning other people's experiences, I got to learn about relationships and about how it all works and everything. And basically, like, love is selfless, period. If you love somebody, no matter how bad you're in the lows, or like no matter how bad things get or how much you're in the lows, you'll stick it out with them to the end, for better or for worse. This is not for me. I'm still single and I can mingle. I just learned about relationship love a bit more from an outer man sort of position. So yeah. And then got to learn about anatomy, so got a lot more knowledge in that, and just learned a lot throughout the semester. And now I'm back to make a couple more reactions. Just this reaction, and then to another death battle that's awesome as frick. Speaking of which, before we get into this death battle, I should explain that I've already, like, while over staying off the YouTube screen, I've already seen quite a few death battles that's happened throughout this year. Like, I haven't seen Black Widow versus Widowmaker yet because I was waiting to do a reaction on it, but just didn't get the chance to. And plus, I think reacting to this death battle that we're about to watch, and then the last death battle that I will try to record myself before this year of 2019 is over. We're moving on to the next decade too. Wow. Before this year is over, decade is over, it'll be the last death battle of this year that I'll record myself to. Way to hit it off with a big bang, right? Plus ultra on that. Anyway, what was I saying? What I was saying was I seen quite a few death battles that were really dope and cool. Like Ghost Rider versus Lobo. Lobo? Yeah, Lobo. Lobo's a hobo. So Ghost Rider versus Lobo. Rooting for Ghost Rider, by the way. It was dope. Let's see. I seen another Power Ranger versus another giant mech kind of a battle. Seen Weiss versus the girl from Persona. I found that dope. Sasuke versus Hiei. It was dope, but and then Mob versus Tatsumaki. But I basically seen a lot of the death battles, and I was just saving it for the YouTube screen, but didn't have the chance. But it's whatever. And so, without further ado, let's go ahead and get to reacting to this death battle. Second to last death battle on YouTube. Perhaps. So what I was saying, like, the reason why I said this is my second to last death battle is because of Bull's Kappa, and I don't know if I'll be able to pass that.
Of the world we
We'll
live
see.
in, and no average
If I can get
person
past
can
human
tame.
anatomy.
But somehow these kids can master them with a vengeance.
Like Aang, the Avatar.
And Edward Elric, the Full Metal Alchemist. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Oh, it's 2D? Oh, alright.
Water, earth, fire, air.
Heart.
Once the four nations lived in harmony, and some of their citizens could even learn to bend their nation's element. But only the Avatar could master all four, and it's their duty to protect the balance between these nations.
I'm glad I can
And
finally
since
see
there's
this
always
fight.
got to be an
Been
avatar
waiting days
around,
for
a
you
new one
guys.
is born whenever the last one dies.
But everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. Attempting to conquer the other three nations, the Avatar would inevitably be their greatest obstacle.
Man, they'd even go after a kid?
Living among the air nomads, Aang was an energetic and dutiful
care.
12 years old when he learned of his destiny. He was the newest incarnation of the Avatar.
But he totally wussed out, ran away from home, and got frozen in ice for 100 years. What the hell? That's not what I'd do if I found out I was an awesome elemental badass. I'd definitely find a way to make money off that.
Boomstick, he's 12.
Yeah.
But running away actually saved his
Best
life,
series
as the
ever.
Fire Nation knew the next Avatar would be an air nomad and slaughtered them all in a horrific surprise attack.
But the poor kid wouldn't be stuck
Yeah,
in
that's
ice
right.
forever.
I've seen that
He was
one.
eventually rescued by
It's been a
some
while.
new friends and began his quest to learn the other elements and save the world. And as an air nomad, he can really bend the wind to his will.
He can use air bending to create whirlwinds and tornadoes or slice through solid stone.
And he can fly. Whee!
Well, it's not exactly flying, Boomstick. What he actually does is manipulate the air currents to keep aloft. That's why he carries a glider, complete with snacks.
Oh, well, I'm sure that'll come in handy.
Whatever. If it looks like a duck and sounds like a duck, it's a duck. Or I guess flying avatar guy.
But ducks actually can fly. Anyway, Aang can use air in pretty much every aspect of his life. Like for shields, increasing his speed, improving agility, adjusting his body temperature, and even focusing his breath to use as an attack.
After he learned waterbending from Paku and Katara, Aang can make whips, knives, and literal tsunamis. Hey, I can do that too. Just give me a pool and watch this cannonball fly. Does that mean I'm a waterbender?
Sure.
No.
Waterbenders can
Easy
also
done,
manipulate
gravity.
steam and ice.
Just like how I, the great waterbender Boomstick the Wet, will use my powers to swim through this frozen block.
You what?
Yep. Waterbending 101. You can be jealous.
Oh wow, I'm just bursting with envy.
Bending powers activate! Ah! Ha! Success!
Like airbending,
made it
waterbending requires a nearby source of water to use, like a pond or a filled bottle. The same goes for earthbending, which Aang learned from his mentor Toph.
Earthbending is all about throwing rocks at people and a bunch of other cool stuff, like making walls and earthquakes and causing the ground to swallow you up. Which is kind of creepy, actually.
Last but certainly not least, Aang learned the art of firebending from his longtime rival, Prince Zuko. Unlike the other arts, firebenders can actually create fire to use at will.
Firebending is so goddamn powerful. It's even got the deadliest bending technique of all,
That's
shooting
true,
lightning.
yeah.
Well, only the most advanced firebenders can cast lightning, which is usually an instant kill move. While Aang never learned the move itself, he has learned how to redirect it through his body.
But even after learning the four elements, Aang got to meet one last master bender.
Who taught him the art of manipulating a person's life energy, the purest form of bending.
It's super dangerous though, and one mistake could tear up Aang's soul.
And with it, Aang defeated the Fire Lord and brought peace to the world at large.
Well, with that and with his super form, the Avatar State.
In the Avatar state, Aang's bending abilities grow immensely
Super
powerful.
powerful.
This is because the Avatar state lets Aang draw upon the power and wisdom of all previous Avatar incarnations.
Yeah.
Though it is extremely risky, as dying while in the Avatar state ends the cycle of reincarnation permanently.
Why would he care if he's dead anyway? Whatever. The coolest thing about the Avatar State is it makes you glow like this. Behold!
How are you doing that?
Oh, I drank a bunch of glow sticks.
You need to go to the doctor, like right now.
What the frick?
My liver's
bunch
processed
of glow
way worse than this.
Well, with or without the Avatar state, Aang is plenty powerful. He has the ability to move gigantic stone columns and even carve canyons around an entire city.
Not only has he survived hits from earthbending kings and massive explosions, he threw this gigantic column of rock at the Fire Lord.
To get the column's mass, we compared Aang's height against it and determined it must weigh 9,500 tons.
Jesus.
And super fast, too. With airbending, he can run on water.
Which, given his size, requires a speed of well over 67 miles per hour.
He used airbending to block a giant column-destroying explosive attack from the best-named character on the show, Combustion Man!
And he's proven he could redirect lightning from the Fire Lord himself. Taking into account the distance between them and how far Aang's arm had to move to catch the lightning, he would have to react at least 155 times faster than sound.
He is pretty unused to violence, though. I mean, he's a vegetarian pacifist for crying out loud. But while he may seem like just a kid, Aang still saved the world and led it into a peaceful future. To him, bending is elementary.
If you want to be a bender, you have to let go of fear.
True, yeah.
Alchemists of old once tried to turn lead into gold with...
Now, before we continue, I didn't mean to be so quiet through all that, but I'm rooting for Aang. It's on the inside, and I'm like thinking of, and I'm like while I'm thinking of and hoping that you guys hear me over Wiz and Boomstick, and I hope you guys are, and you can. If you can't, I'm sorry. I'm not using the headphones because they thick as frick, so I'm not gonna use it. I'm not gonna use them. So yeah, I hope Aang wins. Nothing against Edward. I think Edward's cool. I've been wanting to watch the Full Metal Alchemist series for a while as well, but instead of doing that, I'm trying to catch up with Adventure Time, Steven Universe, and Black Butler. So, sorry guys, that I'm not doing that. All you Full Metal Alchemist fans, I'm sorry, but I'll catch up on it eventually, but not now. And so, either one wins, I won't be bitter about it. I just hope Aang wins, because Aang is dope, and I don't want to really see Aang die. I don't want to see the best Avatar die. Yeah, you can take that as a shot, all you Korra fans. Don't care what she can do. Aang's still the best. Sorry.
With not great results. But in the country of Amestris,
But I
the
do know
ancient
about
science
this.
of alchemy is actually possible by using the Earth's natural energy to reshape the molecular structure of various objects.
And by
that's why
drawing a
these two
circle
are
thingy.
paired.
A
confused at
transmutation
first.
circle, which most alchemists use except for the youthful prodigy, Edward Elric.
Oh, what a little badass.
Careful, Boomstick, he's a bit touchy about his size.
Hey, if I lost my mom like he did, I'd get mad at the little stuff too. But Ed and his brother Alphonse figured they could bring her back with alchemy. So they went for it, but things went south real fast. You know how people say they'd give an arm and a leg for something? Well, Ed literally did, and poor Al lost his whole body. Luckily, Ed managed to stick his brother's soul in a suit of armor. But still, yikes.
This horrible experience has forever marked the two brothers. No one is meant to transmute the human soul, and the boys were lucky just to escape with their lives.
But he got something good out of it, like super secret knowledge, including how to do alchemy without a circle thingy. He just has to clap instead. So, worth it?
With these new abilities, Ed and Alphonse began their quest to restore their bodies. Specifically, they sought the incredible power of a Philosopher's Stone, believing it to be their only chance. Eventually, Ed joined the military, and thanks to his amazing potential, he was named by the Fuhrer the Full Metal Alchemist.
What? Adolf Hitler?
Nah, it's just Bradley. He's okay. Until he isn't.
Spoilers! Also, since Ed lost a couple limbs, he got them replaced with automail. Kinda like my leg.
Automail is made from incredibly durable metal, ranging from his original steel one, to a gas-powered one, to his best version consisting of a mix of aluminum and carbon. Apart from being durable metal prosthetics, Ed's automail limbs function just like normal ones. He can even reshape his arm as a weapon.
So he can
Yeah,
turn
he
it
can
into
do
swords
that.
and saws and stuff, increase its durability by hardening its makeup, or turn it into an umbrella. Ah, truly a limb of many talents.
But at the end of the day, Ed's true talent lies not in sword fighting or umbrella holding, but the art of alchemy.
He can do all sorts of crazy things with all the elements. He can basically make anything he wants, like spears and shields.
So long as he follows the rule of equivalent exchange. Anything created with alchemy must have a source of equal value and cannot be made fundamentally different. For example, lead can be molded into a statue, but it cannot be turned into water. Other than that, there are 3 principles needed to use alchemy well. Comprehension,
Which means you gotta understand what the thing you're using is made of.
destruction,
Breaking stuff down.
and reconstruction.
Putting stuff back together.
Ed is only limited by the materials at hand and his imagination. At his full potential, he can do almost anything. He can purify water, create ammonium gas from ammonium nitrate, repair entire houses, and transform a gun into a trumpet.
Don't you ever try and do that with any of my guns. Anyway, Ed's also learned destruction alchemy, which does exactly what you think it does, make a big ol' kaboom. Ed's used it to destroy stuff like automail, but it can also be used to explode people's heads.
So, using destruction alchemy, Ed should be able to destroy something like this on a molecular level.
Ha! Or you could just do that.
Anyway, with all of his abilities, Ed has done some incredibly impressive things.
Not only has he blocked gunfire from a Gatling gun after it started firing, he's dodged a pistol from nearly point-blank range, and his automail arm even took a bite from a lion-headed chimera. It was totally fine.
Assuming this chimera has a similar bite force to that of a real lion, that means Ed's arm stood up to a force of 1,000 pounds per square inch.
Oh,
He's
that's how
created
strong
a
lions can
gigantic
bite?
cannon and then survived that cannon exploding while he was standing on it. And then he survived being on top of a huge boulder exploding too.
We can measure the boulder's explosion against Ed's
Both of
size
those
to get an
exploding.
approximate energy output. With a radius of 36 feet, this blast must have been equivalent to over 100 tons of TNT.
Aang
How's
could have
that
survived
for
that too,
equivalent
maybe.
exchange, bitches? He also survived an explosion that took out most of a 10-story building.
Good
Even
gosh.
apart from being tough, Ed has shown considerable strength when using alchemy.
Like when he created a gigantic golem to crush his opponent.
By measuring the size of the stone golem's thumb, comparing it to the size of the average human's thumb, and using that scale to estimate the size of the golem, that gives us an estimated weight of over 3,000 metric tons.
All this without any Philosopher's Stone,
Think
because
that
it
might
turns
be a
out
little
those things
stronger
are
than Aang.
really, really messed up.
Right. Philosopher's Stones are extremely powerful and can be used in many different ways. Kimberly the Crimson Lotus Alchemist, for example, used one to create a massive explosion equal to 157 kilotons of TNT. However, it turns out that these stones are composed of imprisoned human souls. So Ed and Al vow to avoid them on principle. Although Ed can boost his alchemic power in a similar manner by drawing on his own life force, increasing his potential at the cost of shortening his lifespan. But that's what Ed ultimately had to learn, what it truly means to let something go. And so he found another way to revive Al's body, sacrificing his own power for the sake of family.
Aw, what a nice guy. But all in all, so long as Ed knows what he's trying to transmute, he's an amazing force to be reckoned with.
Now let's go home. Together.
Aang, Avatar: The Last Airbender. Basically, Aang and everybody survived some things that they're pretty much anime feats, and what they've done is pretty much anime feats as well. But then, Edward, Fullmetal Alchemist, is really an anime. So, shucks. I pretty much knew he would be OP, but I don't know, more OP than Aang. Aang can he can suck the oxygen away from you. Edward can do anything. Make anything with equal value if he just thinks of it. He's basically Green Lantern, but he had to make a sacrifice to make anything that he wants to make. So, and also he's not as OP as Green Lantern. Oh yeah, that's right. I watched Ben 10 versus Green Lantern. You guys should check that out as well. But Aang's got a lot of stuff up his sleeve that could end Edward. So I'm rooting for Aang.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
Oh,
All right, let's see who wins.
Sorry, Momo. You're just too little.
little!
Who are you calling a pipsqueak, you stupid hairless kid?
Nobody?
I'll show you!
Well, he was talking to his... Hey! Talking to his meerkat, man. Alright, Edward. Unnecessary. Alright, Aang. Alright.
You know, there are actually a lot of advantages to being short. Like, you'll never hit your head on door frames, and,
I'm still growing!
now I gotcha. Ah! Oh no! I'm sorry!
A classic misdirection. That's advantage outright! Ha! Damn it!
Oh, okay, yeah, that right. That touches explosion.
How's this for small?
He really wasn't talking to me.
What kind of alchemy is that?
Okay, no more clappy magic. Uh-oh.
Oh, jeez.
No, my cabbages!
The cabbage guy.
I won't lose you again.
There you are!
Oh boy, don't know what that is.
Nice try, Shorty! Whew. Can't believe that worked.
No, not yet.
This ends now.
Oh boy.
At least I'm taller than you.
You left me no choice.
Did he win? Oh my god, he did win.
Looks like Ed didn't have a leg to stand on. Or
Ed may have been more quick-witted and inventive, and he certainly had more combat experience. But Aang's bending abilities were far more versatile and readily available than combat alchemy.
yeah, Ed had cool stuff like cannons and gun trumpets, but Aang was fast enough to react to lightning, which is way faster than dodging a measly bullet.
Recall how Ed survived an explosion that destroyed most of a 10-story building. By examining the size of the building and thus the volume of the conical explosion, this blast must have equaled about 30 kilotons of TNT.
That's cool, but Aang did way more when he carved up a circle around that city in Avatar State.
The force to blast
Right.
such a huge ravine around the city of Udao was a massive undertaking. By measuring the width, length, and depth of the affected area compared to the size of the city, we found it would take almost 160 kilotons of TNT to pull that off.
More than 5 times greater than Ed's best durability feat. So Aang definitely had the stuff to crush Ed's automail arm, and the rest of him.
Granted, Ed could reach this sort of power by sacrificing his life force. Remember Kimbley's explosion, the one empowered by a Philosopher's Stone, a blast worth 157 kilotons of TNT?
Right,
That's
yeah.
almost identical to Aang's feat, and theoretically, Ed could have been capable of this level of power. Theoretically. However, a Philosopher's Stone uses many souls, while Ed could only draw from his one. Not to mention, drawing from his own life force meant his power-up had a very short and dangerous duration limit compared to the Avatar state, which has no such limit. But even so, Ed's tactics and creativity kept him in the fight, yet the Avatar's speed, power, and versatility was too much for him. Aang may be a pacifist in canon and would hardly kill anyone, but unleashing his full power is a sight to behold.
Just when Ed thought he had the hang of it, he missed the mark.
The winner
Yes.
is Avatar Aang.
Yeah. Aang won, took it. Legitness. that was a dope fight, and I kind of figured that, like, it was cool that Edward can do all the stuff that he could do, but Aang could just, he can make air at it. He can make air at will. Doesn't matter because air is everywhere. Fire, and like make fire if he wanted to. Like if he gets serious, he could just make like a hole in the center of the earth, and then if Edward fell in, just keep falling. That'd be it. But it ain't gonna go like that. But nothing against Edward or anybody, but I kind of knew Aang was gonna take it because Aang's OP as frick. So this was a dope fight, and I'm finally glad I got to see it. Either, whatever would have happened, Aang losing or winning, glad I was able to see it. So now to explain why, if I haven't already, why this is my second to last video is because of Kappa. I don't want to be slapped with a super big fine just because I'm trying to have a reaction for you guys. I don't want that to happen. So I'll either probably be twitching if I ended up being, if I find a way to think around this and it doesn't work, then I'm gonna just do a Twitch. Yeah, I'm kind of being bold about it. YouTube, if you're watching this, yes, to get around your rule because it's not cool. It's unnecessary. Just because parents don't know how to use parental controls right. So if I haven't had a Twitch up already, wherever it may be on the screen, or I don't have it up yet, go to that from here on out if things don't work out. So we'll see. What else was I going to say? Oh yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy this reaction, and I hope you guys have a blessed one. So this has been Blessed Bolt, and I hope you guys have a good night, and I'll see you in the next to last video. Probably. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. So until next time, see you guys.